The comeback everyone thought was impossible. How Freen and Becky silently rebuilt what the world thought was broken, asterisk, asterisk. For a long time, the world believed the Freen-Becky era was over. The sparkle that once dominated fan edits, interviews, stages, and behind-the-scenes clips had dimmed. The timelines grew cold. The fandom became quiet. What used to be an unbreakable partnership now looked like two bright stars drifting in different galaxies, shining beautifully, but separately. People moved on. New duos rose. Old clips became nostalgia instead of the present. Even fans who once defended the bond with their whole chest started preparing themselves for the reality that some chapters simply end. But destiny, like it always does, had other plans. And then it happened. A look. A closeness. A chemistry that no amount of distance could erase. The return of Freen and Becky wasn't loud. It wasn't announced. It wasn't marketed. It simply appeared, and in that moment, the entire internet remembered what had been missing. A reunion that felt too natural to be planned. The new interactions weren't stiff or cautious. They were warm, familiar, effortless. The closeness was the kind that doesn't come from PR arrangements or forced appearances. It was the type that comes from knowing someone deeply, comfortably, after years of shared highs, lows, laughter, and tears. Their smiles weren't just polite. Their energy wasn't just friendly. Their presence together wasn't just timing. It was connection. It was history resurfacing. It was chemistry refusing to stay buried. This wasn't a publicity stunt. This was real. The internet didn't just react, it exploded. Within minutes, old fan pages resurrected. Editors dusted off their saved drafts. Shippers who had retired came out of retirement. Timelines that were once quiet turned chaotic, loud, emotional. You could feel the shift, the relief, the shock, the happiness. For months, fans begged the universe for one moment, one sign, one tiny glimpse of reconciliation. But the universe delivered something even bigger. A comeback. Not the staged kind. Not the scripted kind. But the type that feels like healing. Because for many fans, their bond is more than entertainment. It's emotional comfort, inspiration, and joy. Industry experts call it the most unexpected reset of 2025. Entertainment insiders have been whispering for weeks. Something is happening. There's movement behind the scenes. They're rebuilding in private. But no one expected this level of comfort, this level of ease, this strong a comeback. Analysts are calling it one of the most powerful soft reunions in recent years.
Why?
Because it wasn't forced. It wasn't scheduled. It wasn't a performance. It was genuine. Stronger, softer, and more mature. Something is undeniably different about Chapter 2 of Freen-Becky. The tension is gone. The distance feels erased. Their comfort with each other is deeper, calmer, more grown. This comeback doesn't feel like they're returning because of pressure or popularity. This feels like something personal, something chosen, something they both wanted quietly, naturally, privately. It feels like two people who realize that no matter how far life takes them, some bonds refuse to fade. The world is watching their second chapter unfold. And the most fascinating part? They haven't even said anything. No announcement. No statements. No interviews. Just closeness. Just connection. Just a comeback written in body language, looks, soft smiles, and unspoken history. And maybe that's why it hits harder.